So, I was graciously given a demo code for a indie game coming out this year called Philosopher 2 Governments and Grievances. This one right here. It is listed on Steam. I'm going to give you guys the link. So if you would like to pop it on your wish list to help out an indie studio, Intelligible Games. Did I say that right? Intelligible Games. Connor Fallon, who was the lead story designer for Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons, which we all loved, and is currently the senior narrative designer at Riot Games, is the design lead on Philosopher 2. And if you remember, we tried out a game called Elsinore that was also Colin's game. I said Colin. Connor. If I ever say Colin, I'm so sorry. That was also Connor Fallon's game. Yeah, we're gonna check out the demo for this. And like I said, there's the link. I haven't played the first game. You don't have to play the first game. But if you do want to, it is also on Steam, and this one's free. It's totally free. So if you want a fun free game to check out, there is that one that you can play. And yeah, let's watch this little the trailer here, so you guys can get a quick sense of what this is about. Oops, Steam. It's free. It's free. Well, not this one. This is the second one. The one next to it is more recent. Oh, did I link the wrong one? Please feel free to link the correct things. If I'm doing anything wrong, please correct me. Yes, it's very Ace Attorney. So if you like those games, definitely check this one out. Hey, Cybermonk. There we go. There it is. You've played all 11 games, MS Heart? Oh my gosh. You definitely need to check this out then. All right. Let us start the demo. Demo, fit for a prince. It's a tad loud. Give me... All games are loud on my system. I don't know what the deal is. Fit for a prince. Arbiter, choose your demo experience. Give me some banter for context. Hurry me to the arguments. I need a little context. I love the option. I love the option for that. Ari, another night, another dream time visit to the intelligible realm. I like that background. That's pretty. What do we debate this time? The essence of truth, the meaning of life, which philosopher has the worst hair? Let's do that one. It's definitely Schopenhauer. Jennifer. Hi, Ari. Jen. Really? I'm what surprises you here? Look around. Everything's floating. My college roommate. Nice enough, I guess. But when I'm studying, she's out dancing. She's the last person I'd expect to see here, for multiple reasons. Pineapple on pizza? We're gonna get crazy. This purple place! I literally was thinking everything's purple. She's purple, it's purple. How's anyone here? What is this purple place? 3 years ago, my dad and I died. Well, he died. I just got swept along for the ride. What? This place, the intelligible realm, it's the world of ideas, a sort of afterlife for great thinkers. We had arrived by mistake. My dad was no philosopher, so the Arbiter, ruler of the realm, laid out a challenge. If we found the nature of morality, one of the great philosophical questions, we both could return to life. The nature of morality, wow. Obviously, we succeeded. Not telling you our answer, though. If you want the whole tale, Socrates Jones, Pro-Philosopher, is currently free on Steam. Yes, it is. That's fantastic. How do you say her name? Ariadne? Ariadne? What is Ari? Ari Jones. I see you've already met our special guest. Arbiter? How is Jen in the afterlife? Did she party too hard and die? I wish. What a way to go. I'm making her a valley girl. Ariadne? Ariadne? Okay, thank you. The demo is a little shameless at times. Shame is overrated. Shame. We're all about the shame here. Love what you love. Put it out there. Please, nothing so morbid. While other living beings cannot visit as you can, the rules of reality have been altered for tonight's event. What event? Wait, is it your birthday? It's actually my husband's birthday today. And Terrelyn? I think it's Terrelyn's birthday today too. Yes, actually, but that's not why we're here. Yes, it is. I like the key around his neck. I love skeleton keys. I think they're so cool. Tonight we demonstrate the content of Pro-Philosopher 2 and dip our toes into its formidable topic. Political philosophy! Oh cool or oh no. I'm gonna make myself a tad small so you can see him. There you go. Take care, Mitram, be safe. Oh no, politics. Hold up, Pro-Philosopher 2 is about political philosophy? That is correct. But I hate discussing politics. I deliberately avoid the subject. What possible situation could force me to debate political philosophers? Oh, what's wrong, Jen? I like all Jen's little hearts. Not a fan of the sudden silence there. Maybe we'll give you a hint of why you'd try when you finish this demo debate. Her little cat mouth. Her little cat mouth. But the topic has a profound influence on the world, Ariadne, whether you avoid it or not. Ugh, fine. Arbiter, who's the demo philosopher? Niccolo Machiavelli. You may approach. Aha. You've got to be kidding. This guy's got Lord Claude Frollo vibes. Peachy has no idea about anything in the real world, only fictional characters. I assure you, there is nothing... They're gonna have the same voice. I assure you, there is nothing humorous about this situation. Niccolo Machiavelli was an Italian nobleman, friend of Leonardo da Vinci, and author of The Prince. Yeah, I've heard of him. Mom calls him the teacher of evil. Though I never paid enough attention to know why. I like how the text box on the left changed to, like, the thought bubble when she was thinking. So I'm to face this small child. And he's got an attitude, too. This is gonna be a trip. Very well. I shall wipe the floor with this naive girl. Then perhaps you will all appreciate my ideas. I'm not naive. My father and I debated countless more... And you believe such experience is irrelevant? My, he interrupted me. I will bring you to the truth of the matter and these repeated fantasies. Presentation! The need for stability. The primary purpose of all government is to provide stability. But to distribute power among the many or even the few is to invite disunity and disorder. Clearly, it is best that a single monarch, the prince, maintains the state. During my time, Italy was leaderless, lawless, and beaten, ruined in every way. Families, guilds, priests, and merchants all fought for influence over councils and committees. For years, I participated in the Florentine Republic, only to see it fall to the Medici family upon their return. With a strong prince at the helm, work could actually get done. Oh no, there was a debate like this in, in Fire Emblem Three Hopes. Peachy knows nothing about the real world, only fictional. Only the fictional world. The guilds were warring, you could say. Ooh, a verbal duel with Machiavelli. This is so exciting. Is it? Yes! Stop being a party pooper, Ari. We gotta sell this game. Okay. No turning back now. Let's throw ourselves into this. Tell me how to play. Can we review how we throw ourselves into this? Oh, sure. I can tutorialize for you. All arguments are made out of multiple statements, which you can navigate freely. For each statement, you can drop logic bombs to expose various issues. Right. I should ask for clarification if a statement is vague or unclear. And you should press for backing if the idea needs more support and justification. These moves can cause your opponent to revise their argument, or need to present a new one entirely. Ask the right questions in the right spots and boom, you'll blow your opponent's argument to smithereens. Isn't there a third question I can ask? Not in demo land. You'll have to settle for 2/3 of your logical arsenal. I'm not sure I appreciate these militaristic metaphors. Hey, we gotta bring out the big guns for Machiavelli. He's infamous. Do you intend to face me or just continue this insufferable banter? Let's get started then. Argument! The primary purpose of all government is to provide stability. Define stability. Machiavelli's greatest work, Fire Emblem 3. Oh, I like the music. Well, let me, thank you for not, thank you for the music remaining, the game sound remaining when I click off the game. Just like, as a streamer, a huge pet peeve. Can you clarify this statement? The government's job is to establish and enforce laws. By doing so, it establishes its domain, and within that domain, it must establish order. Primary purpose of all government is to provide stability. Okay. So he, like, defined, okay. And so backing, I'm just gonna push backing and see what he says. What evidence do you have to support this statement? People tend to remain content as long as life remains predictable. Well, the only predictable state is a stable and secure state. Okay. I like the music. But to distribute... Ooh, I like that you can go back. That's nice. But to distribute power among the many or even the few is to invite disunity and disorder. What reasoning do you have to support this statement? Every person brings their own peculiar, petty preferences to decisions. Have too many seats at the dinner table and you will be trapped in arguments instead of enjoying your ravioli. I'd rather have lasagna anyway. Thanks, Jen. Hi, Poppy. See, petty preferences. Lasagna wasn't even invented until after my death. No lasagna? Government is no different. We cannot afford the weakness of bickering. But... lasagna! Can I just hit both on everything? When you need multiple people to decide anything, you most likely decide nothing. Yep. Okay. Clearly, it is best that a single monarch, the prince, maintains the state. Ooh, look at the hint. Okay. One ruler is ideal. Clear enough? The idea of a single monarch was fairly common in history. Thomas Hobbes and Thomas Aquinas were two other notable supporters. So wait, are all Toms into monarchy? Well, Thomas More certainly wasn't a fan. He was beheaded as a result. He's smiling about that. More like Thomas no more then. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, let's get back to the questions. What evidence do you have? If many voices introduce discord, one voice does the opposite. The monarch provides a clear figurehead for all who can act decisively and efficiently. Is efficiency that important? Isn't it worth taking a little time to loop people in? In affairs of the state, threats have to be dealt with immediately. Like tuberculosis. If you wait until symptoms are apparent, it is already too late. Interesting. Oh, backing statement added to... Oh. Hey, you did it, Ari. Your questions forced him to update his argument. A few more and I'm sure you'll have him. So that was like the rest were, I guess the rest were just flavor. That one was actually like what I needed to do. Back up your statement about needing a prince. This prince can then do all that must be done without distraction or restriction. What do you mean by all that must be done? There's nothing holding the prince back from strengthening the state. He can and should do whatever is needed to secure power using any means. Any means? But like, I mean, he's not going to what? Torture? Murder? What? That word? Whatever is needed to secure power means whatever is needed. After all, politics have no relation to morals. Oh. What? Pause. We can't really be arguing the ideal government is one that discards all morals. We not only can, we are. I like how the music stopped. It's like, what? The great thinker Ibn Khaldun once said the role of government is to prevent injustices other than those it commits itself. But the injustices of the world are great, so the princes must be even greater. Being noble in a world without nobility will only end in tragedy. But enough! We will proceed to the more advanced lessons. Presentation! The need for strength. Treachery has always been an element of politics. The prince must act accordingly. A strong hand is required to instill order and defeat all threats within and without. Many morals, however, get in the way of strengthening the realm. The prince must discard such principles and put the needs of the state above the needs of the people. Do you see, girl? If anything, your love of moral philosophy would disqualify you from leadership. To remain in power, the prince must be prepared to do anything. This guy is torture them, murder them. Well, damn. I didn't realize Sith was a valid philosophy in the intelligible realm. Threats from without added to the idea slate. Threats from within added to the idea slate. Hold up, I can do more than just ask basic questions, right? I can also challenge individual statements, present a counterpoint that clashes with that statement, and send all of his hopes and dreams crashing to the ground. Yep, key ideas you can use in a challenge get added to the idea slate. It's most effective to use the philosopher's own ideas against them, so you're mostly limited to things they've said. Compare the items in your idea slate with his statements, and if there's a conflict between the two, challenge away. Okay, I think I get it. Just remember, if you just shout out stuff like, "You are bad because you smell bad," it'll hurt your credibility. And if you lose all credibility, you lose. But you wouldn't just insult people, would you? Only this guy. You stink added to the idea slate. Don't accidentally hit you stink. Those probably gonna like come into play. Like that's gonna be like the right option at some point. Okay, let's go, Niccolo. Treachery has always been an element of politics. The prince must act accordingly. Now, what are my ideas here? You stink. The only thing worse than my opponent's argument is their terrible, terrible body odor. Threats from without. Machiavelli believes a ruler must be strong enough to overcome any external threat. And threats from within. Machiavelli believes a ruler must do everything possible to prevent unrest among the people. Now, this is reminding me of Frostpunk. Treachery has always been an element of politics. I wonder if I can just, like, go through them all and then go back and forth. I think that's what I'm going to do. Love. Mackerel, thank you for the 54 months. Hey, Tara Ferez, welcome. I'm going to go through them all and then start clicking these as I think I should. Okay, treachery has always been an element of politics. The prince must act accordingly. A strong hand is required to instill order and defeat all threats within and without. Many morals, however, get in the way of strengthening the realm. The prince must discard such principles and put the needs of the state above the needs of the people. Okay. I'm gonna hit hint just to see what it does. You should admit defeat now, girl. Pretty or not, this is the most stable form of government. He's trying to present a logical argument for merciless dictatorships. If something in the idea state conflicts with one of these statements, I should use challenge to point out a problem. I'll turn his twisted Star Wars logic against him. Okay, I assume these are the same as I read before. So it's what I had. It's like, it's how to use the ideas to challenge one of these. I argue that I am correct because of my impeccable personal hygiene. You stink. Alas, I am slain. Exactly. Exactly. Does he stink, though, is the question. Must be strong enough to overcome external threats. Believes a ruler must do everything to prevent unrest amongst the people. So we have to counter his own logic. His attitude stinks, right? Morals get in the way of strengthening the realm. Needs of the state above the needs of the people. Everyone's just like, he stinks, tell him he stinks. I feel like okay, and it brings up that. Okay. Morals get in the way of strengthening the realm.
Nonsense!
Machiavelli, you claim the job of a ruler is to establish stability. Greta! And in order to establish stability, a ruler must be ruthless. Indeed, the prince must be able to play both the cunning fox and the ferocious lion. Such is the only way to defeat Fortuna. The whims of fortune, right. So tell me, Machiavelli, while defeating the whims of fortune, can you also defeat the whims of your people? What? Was that right? Did I get it right? Machiavelli, you advocate rulers should be dishonest and treacherous when it serves, that they must enforce their will with strength. rule with an iron fist, but the strength of a single prince is limited, and as the prince expands his domain and seizes resources, as you advise, the number of subjects will only grow. What stops the people from mustering all their strength to overthrow him? Such a turn of events seems highly likely, if not inevitable. Excellent observation, Ariadne. History has countless examples of disposed tyrants. Exactly. Time and time again, despotic rulers have come to power. But eventually, people realize that they, together, have more power than those who lord over them. No single fist is irony enough to take on an entire population, not even the most ironic fist.
Nonsense.
Uh-oh, he's countering me. He's countering me. The people will rise up. No, how a foolish leader would have to be to let that happen. But it's happened time and time again. Only because rulers fail to deploy the correct methods to keep the masses in check. Allow me to explain the tools at the prince's disposal. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I got to the next thing. The need for fear. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. In order to prevent rebellion, the prince must ensure the people fear him. A few acts of merciless cruelty are needed to make would-be rebels cower. But the prince must not be hated. To offset the ire of the people, he must maintain the personal appearance of justice. The prince must therefore do what is needed to recruit agents to enforce his will. Constantly reminded of the prince's power, peasants would not dare step out of line. Bene. You see, power breeds resentment. Hatred is gained as much by good works as by evil. Love and fear are both desirable, but if we must choose between them, it is far safer to be feared. Oh, angry piano guy came in. Only when the people know you are strong will they follow your commands. Control requires fear added to the idea slate. Ooh. Requires fear. Consider the Arbiter. He uses fear quite effectively to maintain control of this realm. Excuse me, I absolutely do not use fear to rule. Ah, a superb demonstration. His yelling is very dramatic, see? And the skull mask, yes, quite intimidating. But the mask is merely ceremonial. It is how people know I hold my position. Machiavelli's just digging into this idea of ruling by fear. He seems to have a response to everything. Hey, Lily Dragon, welcome! There's a Greek myth that has an iconic woman named Ariadne. Oh, nice. Right. Casriel. He seems to have a response to everything. Do your debates always get this intense? I feel like you'll have to use everything you've learned here, questions and challenges. Philosophers fight hard for their beliefs. You should have seen Kant the last time around. Can you blame us? We are here, lingering in the minds of men because our ideas had a lasting impact. The Prince is my defining work. I am here to defend its influence. Well then, let's see how long your defenses hold. Ow! In order to prevent rebellion, the prince must ensure the people fear him. A few acts of merciless cruelty are needed to make would-be rebels cower. But the prince must not be hated. To offset the ire of the people, he must maintain the personal appearance of justice. The prince must therefore do what is needed to recruit agents to enforce his will. Constantly reminded of the prince's power, peasants would not dare step out of line. Alright, there's a lot more of these this time. It is ideal if the people think the prince is great, but it is essential that they know he must not be crossed. What evidence do you have? My evidence will come shortly. Okay, but why not now? Because here I wish only for the full power of this concept to be felt. If you wish for elaboration, review my following statements. Okay. Hello, Lonerisms. Thank you.
Peachy Wave.
Hi, Lonerisms. Thank you for the 44 months. I'm willing to side with Machiavelli for the eyebrows. The eyebrows are on fleek, right? A few acts of merciless cruelty are needed to make would-be rebels cower. If you torture and execute a few citizens, others will think twice before starting the rebellions you mentioned. Damn. If injury has to be done to a man, it should be so severe vengeance need not be feared. Jeez. That's terrible. Why not just be kinder? Act decisively up front and you need no further cruelty later. No one else will risk the same fate. What evidence do you have? Love is a bond of obligation. These miserable creatures break whenever it suits them to do so. But fear holds them fast by a dread of punishment that never passes. Once again, behold the arbiter. When one of us disrespects the rules of debate, he quickly disciplines us. Don't be a eutropho? Know what you don't know? Please stop using me as an example. I don't rule with fear. You did hold my dad hostage last time he was here. I did not hold him hostage. I gave him another chance to live. Character implications are completely different. If you insist, Mr. Arbiter, it is not our place to disagree with you. Exactly. Wait, no! Like everybody makes fun of the Arbiter. Did I just do this one? Oh, I did just do this one. I couldn't remember which one I did. The Arbiter disapproves. But the prince must not be hated. To offset the ire of the people, he must maintain the personal appearance of justice. While the prince should be ruthless in practice, he can still create an aura of kindness. Those who want to kill him are less likely to act if they believe doing so would be unpopular. Yes, next time name this philosopher Steve. Okay. As a public figure, everyone has a broad impression of you, but few see who you really are. So it is less important that the prince possesses virtuous qualities and more that he seems to possess them. Pope Alexander IV never did anything but trick people, made grand promises but never kept them. People still followed him. Ferdinand of Aragon kept preaching peace and trust and living the opposite. I'm sure there are examples from your era as well, though if they are truly effective, people will disagree on who they are. Oh-ho! 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 Prince must therefore do what is needed to recruit agents to enforce his will. Recruiting surrogates will help the prince manage his state. As you said, one individual is not enough to intimidate the masses, but an army, very effective. But how would this be accomplished? If the prince is so treacherous, why would anyone serve him? The prince would ingratiate himself with agents in order to court them. An occasional reward, very occasional, no, would give this group something to aspire to, incentive to serve. Plus, agents will be granted power of their own. That is surely appealing. Interesting. I think this is an important clarification. Oh! Oh! Statement updated. Princes must therefore court agents to enforce his will by providing them limited favors and great power. So there's a caveat to courting the agents. What evidence do you have to support this statement? This follows the logic of your own argument, no? A selection of loyal forces grant the prince more power to control than he would have alone. As they carry out the grimmest tasks, the people's ire will be directed towards the surrogates rather than the prince himself. Even if the people rise up, it will be against that surrogate who is easily replaced. Yes, by doing so, a prince would most effectively calm the masses. I feel like since we clarified, I feel like this is the one we need to challenge. Control requires fear. Is it like... So then the people, they have to fear him, but he's also giving them gifts? Is that the contradiction?
Nonsense!
What is it now, girl? Let's say I believe you. Let's say fear is the most effective tool in preventing betrayal. Let's say you are merely too proud to admit you've come around to my abhorrent views. Regardless, in such a case, skilled agents would be quite an asset. By using them to spread fear, the prince could certainly succeed at controlling the people. But, tell me, Machiavelli, these same agents you empower with favors and gifts, what controls them? Aha! Machiavelli, the approach you describe is unsustainable. Even if fear is as effective, even if capital fear is as effective a tool as you believe, the agents required to sustain it will be your undoing. The very power you give them to earn their loyalty makes them, through your own logic, less controllable. There's nothing to stop them from turning against their prince. That does make sense. Yeah, we got it right again! Who agents the agents? The arbiter coming in. Yeah, that makes sense. You got it, Mari! Well, perhaps if you limited the number of agents. Any number of agents is a threat to the prince's power. As more and more citizens are gathered under the rule of your prince, the need for such agents will only grow. But with each tool you forge to control the people, you're also forging your own downfall. Dictatorships are not only overthrown by the people themselves, they're often toppled by the military or by officers in their own government. Whatever form your enforcers take, eventually they will enforce their will against you. Inside agents. Also, you stink, yeah. But the prince... Face it, Machiavelli, the truth is undeniable. To be ruthless is to make everyone a potential enemy. For that reason, a despot's rule is a doomed rule. For any prince or princess, ruling through fear is not enough. We dotted him. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Oh, he's mad. He's very mad. He's very mad. Machiavelli. He's gonna get kicked out of the afterlife here. I was not strong enough. Fortuna has swept my last work away. Your last work? I was a writer of histories, of comedies. I never expected the prince to be so ubiquitous. I was exiled from the Florentine court while I wrote it, yes? I wanted to earn back their favor. I shared it with a very limited audience while alive. To be honest, it was so long ago, not even sure I truly believed what I proposed. Did I intend it as a satire, a warning, rather than a guide? The music in this is really good. The other philosophers here seem to have mixed opinions on the matter. But then, like, why'd you fight so hard for it? It no longer matters whether I believed it or not. It is my lasting contribution to the world. Oof, true. The prince is what I am known for. Machiavellian is a term for the worst of rulers. I am the patron saint of monsters, and I will never be anything else. Oof! Audio Principessa. That was perfect timing. Well, I guess that's the demo completed. Maybe I can do this political thing. Dude, did I, like, get it right both times? Let's go. You sure emotionally devastated, Darth Linguini? No, lasagna. What Wasn't exactly the goal, but philosophers do freak out sometimes. I like it. Makes things more interesting. I like Jennifer. Now imagine that many times over with a lot of different political ideas and a big overall mystery. And that's Pro Philosopher too. Wow, good stuff. Everyone should wish list. Everyone should wish list it. Everyone should wish list it. There it is. There it is. Everyone should wish list it and support an indie dev. Yay! Whoops. Uh-oh. What? Just thinking about how intense politics is as a trope. There's a reason I wanted to avoid it. I hope people think we do a good job. Oh, someone's totally gonna yell at you on social media. It's inevitable. It'll be okay though. In the full game, I'm just your roommate, innocent as can be. But are there romance options? Can we romance Jennifer? Wait, so then who's my actual companion? Is it Dad again? Nope. John Stuart Mill? Seriously? Then who? I'm sorry, I can't. Being in the philosophical afterlife isn't exactly a small deal. This has to be tied to why I debate politics at all. Do you really want to know, Ari? Get a Oh, that's cool. You get to choose whether or not you, she tells you. But then, you say, no, I want to be surprised, and then you get spoiled on social media. It's how it really works. Oh, Eternal asking the real questions. Can we romance the philosophers? Ah, can we romance the old dead guys? That's the question. Can we seduce the Arbiter? There it is. There it is. We getting thirsty for the Arbiter? Put a 1 in chat if you're thirsty for the Arbiter. We want to know what's under that skull mask. I don't get that one. Tell me. It's okay, Jennifer. No, it can't be. It's the cat, the talking cat. Dating spin-off game. The people demand it. Oh. Are you sure, Senator Smith? Who's this Karen? Pythia? That's an awesome name. This is not how I plan to make my next visit, but perhaps it's for the best. I've tried to keep you out of everything, but now I need your help, Pumpkin. Mom! Uh-oh. Aw, man, she had to adventure with her dad, and now she's gonna adventure with her mom. She's not gonna be able to romance the Arbiter if her mom's standing next to her. Is that why? It's because her mom's in politics? Because remember she asked, like, why would I be interested? I've got to be interested in politics for some reason. It's governments and grievances. It's because her mom's in politics. Maybe her mom is running for, like, governor or something, or president or something. And she has to help her. She has to help her mom get elected. There you go. She's a great wing mom. Could she be our wing mom? That's the question. Doesn't her mom have to be dead to be in this realm? Maybe? Well, no, because the Steam page said that it's like at night when Ari falls asleep. She goes into this realm and talks to the philosophers. So maybe her mom does the same thing. So her dad died, but she didn't, but they got pulled into like the whole thing. Anyway, so Ari's still alive. So her mom could still be alive too. Her mom gets pulled into it. But how? How? Why? To what end? You're gonna have to play it to find out and wishlist it on Steam. That's right. Oh, Ari is the only one who goes in her sleep. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you have to play it and find out. So there you go. So the first game, you're welcome. That was really fun, man. That made my brain. I needed more coffee. That made my brain think. I got it right though. I don't know. I guess I'm proud of me. That made my brain was on fire. If you said you don't want to know what happens, you get a very goofy ending. Oh, really? Nice. A philosophy peach. Let's go. I did it. There you go. Yeah, Ren. You might stream this yourself. There you go. So is there, so I know this is going to be featured at Next Fest on the 10th. Can you tell us anything about like when the public demo is going to be available or anything else? When everybody else can get their hands on this game or on the demo? Demo becomes available to everyone on the 10th. There you go. So wishlist it, and then on the 10th, the demo will be available for free for everyone to check out. And the first game is free, so she talked about her dad and all of that. That was all in the first game, and the first game is free. That one is Socrates Jones, Pro Philosopher. So this one's free. You can go play it right now. There's the link to that one. And then you can wishlist the second one. There you go. Yeah, thank you again to Connor for getting me the demo code and asking us to play it. That was really fun. I can see that getting really deep and interesting and like intricate with like the mystery and the story and the characters and stuff. I like the music too. The music is really, really like appropriate, and every time it like, it like stopped to like make that point, like, and make you like, oh, something's going on, right? Like everything, or it changed, like when he was like, oh gosh, no, I'm wrong. Like the music changed to like the sad music. Like everything was really like on cue and really well done. Yes, it's a good balance of headiness and stupid jokes. Exactly. Quaggan Deep Thoughts, the game. Whatever happened to Quaggan Deep Thoughts?